to another wellness video. For today, I would like to share with you my thoughts about food addiction. First of all, I would like to define what is addiction. Addiction meaning our body is dependent to a certain type of stimulus, which we're going to talk about food right now, in order for us to perform normally. There's a different type of addicting foods such as highly processed sugary meal, high in salt, those grains that are packaged food. It is because they have been chemically processed, and those chemicals are interfering our brain, the transmitters to our brain, and giving the wrong signals to our cells and to our bodies. So we will not realize that we are already addicted to food, not until we are binging, purging, or even eating the whole volume, like one big volume of food in one eating. Because it's progressive, not until we are aware that we have this behavior, we are already addicted to food. So what happens when we have the food addiction? First, when we eat highly processed sugar meal, which is that's usually it gives us the feeling good meal or food. First, when we eat that sugary meal, it lights up the reward circuit system of the brain. Reward circuit system of the brain is when we eat a sugary food, it gives us a good feeling. So when we have that good feeling, the brain will release now the messenger, dopamine, hormone dopamine, to know that it feels good. It's a reward. So now when something good happens, we are releasing dopamine to make us feel good. That we end up wanting to have that feeling more and more. So we started with one cookie and it feels good. We will feel so good that we want to eat more because there's a reward feeling that we get. So we want to eat another cookie because that reward circuit goes around again. The dopamine is released to give us that reward feeling, and we'll end up eating one cookie again. So the dopamine will be released to get that reward feeling. So it is a circuit. It keeps going on and on. That to the point that the brain is overstimulating dopamine, meaning we are releasing dopamine a lot. So when we are releasing a lot of dopamine, the brain now and the cells have the ability to respond less. So it reduces the person of the feeling high when you eat that cookie. So you end up eating the second cookie and then the third cookie until you get that feeling of high again, and that's what we call tolerance. So when we are having this food addiction, it interferes with our behaviors, it affects our decision making, the way we handle stress, and our judgment. So how can we handle this food addiction or manage it? First is face our triggers and know our triggers. First, what is your emotions when you see a certain type of food? Why do you want to eat this meal? Are you feeling stressed? That's why you want to feel good. Are you tired? That's why you want to feel good. Are you angry? That's why you want to use food. So be aware of those triggers and know the emotions involved to it. Second is be aware of a deeper issue. Like what I've said, let's be aware of the word dependency and attachment. It is the food that is the stimulus that gives us the good feeling. But it is the feeling that we want. We are attached to the feeling, the result of eating this food. So we are now using food to get that feeling that we always wanted. We want to feel love, we want to feel happy. That is what we want, and that's where we are attached to, and that's where we are dependent to. And we are using food to get that emotions. So let's be aware how the food stimulus us, how the food is a stimuli to a certain type of emotion that we want. Third is we can change our environment. I'm not saying totally take out everything, but know the food that can trigger you. Everything that you see can trigger the brain for you to eat it. It's a fact. Whatever you see, that's where you eat. So slowly putting a good healthy food meal in your pantry. So adding up good healthy choices. So that's the majority of your pantry, and that's the first thing that you will see. And then slowly taking out some certain type of food triggers. Or maybe you can change your way to your work where you usually go and always stop by this pastry bake shop. So it's a trigger. So when you always drive to work, you see this pastry shop, you always get this donuts, pastry. So maybe you can find another way to work. I mean, it all depends on you. You can twist, or you can make your own plan on how to change your routine. And lastly is create healthy habits, incorporate healthy habits. Food addiction is very hard to fight with. The more you fight with, it will resist. So what are we going to do to help the food addiction is to incorporate a healthy habit. You can think of walking outside for 30 minutes. You can think of deep breathing. You can think of preparing good meals. It is because we are adding up a healthy habit for us not to think of the food all the time and to divert our attention and keep developing that habit, not until it will be part of your lifestyle. So it's a slowly progressive coping mechanism with food addiction. So those simple things hopefully can help with your food addiction. And we are all potential addicts when it comes, wherever it's food, wherever it's from shopping, whenever when it comes to alcohol, we are all potential addicts. So being mindful, knowing our triggers, and being aware of our patterns can lead to being mindful to our behavior and knowing ourselves better, knowing our attachment and dependence. So from today, friends, I'm sending all the peace, love, happiness, and stay healthy.